Hello everyone, my name is Kevelyn. Some know me as Anna. If I went to school with you, or if I work with you, you know me as Anna. Social media knows me as Kevelyn Reyes. I'm creating this channel to share my life experience, to share my growth, and to penetrate people with the knowledge that I have learned through my growth. Everybody grows differently. Everybody grows at a different pace, but we all grow. That is the purpose of life. When you think about it, we're born from semen, you can say. Then you grow into a baby. Then you're a toddler. Then you become a young adult, adolescent. Then you become a person. That's growth. Life is like that too. The mind has to grow. The spirit has to grow. A lot of us people are lacking all that balance that makes us whole as a person. So what I have experienced very shortly since, I can say last summer, is a very deep connection to my spiritual side. I have become so much more aware of everything that has happened in my life. I have gone back to the day that I couldn't remember, or I could remember everything that happened in my life and why it happened and the way that it happened. I feel that I have made every single mistake there is to make in life, but those mistakes have made me the person that I am today, that have given me experience, that have made me strong, that have made me a better person, that have made me a better mom, a better daughter, a better sister, that have made me a better individual, a better human. I have understood my purpose, and this purpose is I like to make people happy. I like to bring joy to others, and I like to make other people feel strong, because I believe the system that has been created for us is a system that takes away from our strength. It's a system that takes away from our power. It's a system that makes us feel restricted in every single way. We're not allowed to do this. We're not allowed to do that. Even our parents do it to us. Our parents teach us so much restriction. Oh, you're not allowed to speak this way. Or you're not allowed to say this. Or you're not allowed to go there. Everything is no, no, no. Everything is a don't. Even when you follow certain religions, a religion tells you that follow this person and you will be saved. Why you can't save yourself? Why you can't just take matters into your own hands and take responsibility? And that's what I believe most of us lack, is taking charge and taking responsibility over our own lives. We are responsible for everything that happens to us. When you have that understanding that everything that happens to your life is not this person's fault, is not that person's fault, it's you, because life is based on choices, and you make all of the choices that affect your life. Now, based on those choices, you're going to have outcomes. So the better choices you make, the better outcomes you're going to have. And of course, that comes with growth. Some people, they make horrible choices at one time, but then through growth, they go and grow and make better choices. That is the point of life, and that is what you're supposed to do as an individual, is grow and make better choices. A lot of people stay stuck in certain places in their life, and that becomes stagnant, and I believe that makes a lot of people unhappy, because when you can move forward from a certain event that has happened in your life, you want to hold other people stuck there with you, and sometimes you get mad at that other person for moving forward. It's not that person's fault that they move forward and they found a way out of that misery and out of that pain, and you're still there. You know, people like to drag other people down with their pain. It's very difficult to find people out here that they actually celebrate other people. And that's what I'm about. I'm about celebrating other people. I'm about bringing that gift that everyone has, because everybody has something. We all come with pretty much everything, but we all concentrate on one gift at a time. We are gifted individuals. We are part of something so big. We are part of the universe. The universe is large. The universe is all given. God. We call God God because that's the name that we gave him, but we don't even know if that's God's name. We just call him God because we were taught. But we are part of this energy thing, and we are energy individuals. So what I have figured out is how to feel instead of how to think my way through this experience. Everything is based on feelings and emotions. We are emotional beings. We feel, and based on those feelings and based on those emotions, we react a certain way towards people, towards things. Now, those feelings and those emotions create certain vibrations. That's where people say, oh, you got bad vibes. Yes, because your spirit registers all that energy that comes along with that person. So if that person has some type of illness in their spirit, and you're a person that's sensitive to that, you're going to pick that up. And when we become aware of these energies, we just start making better decisions for ourselves, and we start protecting ourselves. Because when you leave yourself open to people naturally, I believe people naturally, because the way that we have been taught, people become destructive with other people. So instead of hiding and making other people more and better, when they see something that is larger than them, or when they see something that is more than them, instead of them trying to become more along with that person, they want to tear it down and take it away. And that's something that I have learned through my life, is to protect myself against people that are ill of the spirit, because a lot of people are ill. But I think a lot of people, most people, can heal themselves, because there's a lot of darkness. The world is very dark, and that's something that took me some time to understand. Not everybody is in a good place. Not everybody is functioning from love. People use the word love so vastly, but most people do not understand love. Love is celebration. Love is giving of all. Love does not possess an individual. Love does not mistreat with words or with physical abuse. Love is love. Love is laughter. Love is joy. Love is seeing a person doing well, and you're happy that that person is doing well. How many people do we encounter that you're doing well, and the fact that you're doing well, it doesn't make them feel so good? Where does that come from? Where does that energy come from? What is it that individual is going through? What is that individual is lacking that they feel like your success is their misery? I've experienced a lot of people like that. So when I see that in people, I stay away. I've learned to protect my light, because I've worked so hard. I have worked so hard to get myself out of the dark place that we all at one point have lived in because of the experiences that we have gone through. We come into this world pure. We don't, like when you look at a baby doesn't know anything. They're learning everything from their parents, from their family members, from the environment that they're in. And now they start uploading all these programs. A baby doesn't know the difference between a black person and a white person. A baby is taught how to hate. We come here open and ready to receive all the information that we receive. And based on all that information and all those experiences and all these people that we have in our lives, we start behaving as those programs. So for example, if we see a guy who had a father that was a doctor, he's going to want to be a doctor. If his father tells him, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a doctor. Now his father took away his choice. Now he doesn't have a choice but to be a doctor. Or when you see some women that sexually they behave openly, let's use the word hoe. But it's not so much that she is that way. We don't know if what she grew up seeing. Maybe she grew up watching a female in her life that was open with her sexual behavior, and she took that behavior as her own. What a lot of people don't do is They don't step aside. They don't step outside from who are you? Who are you besides your environment? Who are you besides your parents? Who are you besides your friends? Nobody takes the time to just sit in a room by themselves and ask this question: who am I? What makes me happy? What makes me sad? What makes me angry? What makes me? What sets me aside from the 8 billion people in the world? And I believe that's such a big question to understanding the self and to becoming self-aware, because if you don't understand yourself, you're not going to be able to understand anything that's going on around you. So you allow people to come into your life and do whatever they want to do. Then you go around treating people horribly, and that's why we deal with the law of cause and effect, which is karma. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back. If we go in life creating these energies and creating these vibrations and putting out all this negativity, and then we don't understand why we keep getting all this negative feedback back into our life, and it just becomes so chaotic that life becomes overwhelming, and you don't see why you keep going from this person to that person, from this person to that person, and you keep having the same events. If you keep jumping from person to person and you keep going through the same thing, 9 times out of 10, you are the problem. It cannot be that you keep meeting new people and you keep going through the same things. We need to ask ourselves those questions, like, am I the problem really? And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge the fact that they are the problem, because no one really wants to see what's ugly about them. No one really wants to take the time to sit there and say, yeah, that was wrong of me. Everybody always wants to live in this bubble. Everybody always wants to live in this lie. Yeah, lie to me. No, be honest with yourself. Be true. Own up to what makes you beautiful. Own up to what makes you ugly. Because we all have ugly inside of us. Everybody does, because we come from a lot of negativity that we have been instilled in us. So we tend to behave in an ugly way. But that doesn't mean that you're a bad person per se. That just means that there are things that you need to work on. Everybody needs to work on things. I need to work on a ton of things, but I have figured out how to fix a ton of things as well. And that is what I really intend to do with this channel, is share my experience, share my growth for the purpose of enhancing other people's lives. If I had a magic wand right now and I can make the world perfect, in which everybody loved each other, in which everybody helped one another, in which everybody makes more of themselves so they can give more to other people, I will so use it, because that is that is my passion. My passion is to bring that force out of people, because we all have force, because we have source energy is running through us, which is very powerful. We are spiritual beings having human experiences. We smell, we touch, we see, we feel, and all those things should become more. We shouldn't settle for being mediocre. We should want more. When you start doing something, you should want to make it more. If you're a writer, you should write books. If you're into taking photos with your phone, then you should buy yourself a camera. If you're into music, you should want to record an album. You should always want to increase your craft. You should always want to make it more, because that's what life is about. Life is about growth. And the more you have, the more you're going to be able to give out. Unfortunately, the world that we live in, it revolves around around money. The more money a person may have, the more they're going to be able to give to the world. And that is why I want to have a lot of money. Because if I have more money, I'll be able to give more to people in material things. Because a lot of people are going out here not having just basic things. We complain about not having the latest pair of Jordans, or not having the latest pair of red bottoms. I don't know what people are into these days. But there's people that really don't have basic necessities of life. They don't own a pair of shoes. They don't own a shirt. They don't have food. Or they have to walk thousands of miles to just get clean water. I really don't understand how we have so many billionaires, we have so many millionaires, and there's so much poverty in the world. That really, really, really bewilders my mind. Because if a person just takes one of their millions, one of their billions, and put it together, you can help so many people as a whole. So I don't understand that the off balance of people in the world. Nobody in the world should not have. Everybody should have at least the basics. Everybody should have a place to live. Everybody should have food. Everybody should have water. Everybody should have just basic necessities. Everybody should have it. I understand that everybody's going to have a lot of everything, but at least the basics. Everybody should have at least the minimum. And the fact that a lot of people are out here not having just the bare minimums, that really sets something off in me that I want to become more, so I can give to these people that don't have the basics. And with this me becoming more, the people around me are going to become more. My children are going to become more because I am more. My mom, my brothers, everybody that comes into my life will be more, because the more that I am, the more that I'm going to give to people. And that is the basis of my purpose. My purpose is to make people more and to love people. I'm a joyous person. I love to love people. I love to make people laugh. Laughter is great. It heals the soul. And that wraps up the introduction of my channel. You can shoot me an email at awereadydon@gmail.com. That's alreadydone.com. I'll answer your questions. I'm open to converse and to create dialogue, because that's what I'm here to do. Tell a friend, come to my channel. I'll be making weekly videos to share the experience, to show you guys how I'm growing. And that's pretty much it. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.